Welcome to a journey that could transform your life forever. Imagine a world where you're in control of your money, where your bank account grows steadily, month after month, where you're free from the stress of debt, free from the fear of unexpected expenses, free to live the life you've always dreamed of. Sounds too good to be true. It's not. Today, we're diving into 5 simple rules to spend less and save more. These aren't just tips. They're life-changing principles, backed by real stories, hard data, and practical steps that anyone can follow. Whether you're a student scraping by, a professional climbing the career ladder, or a parent juggling bills, these rules will work for you. But here's the deal. I need you to stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share a secret weapon, a game-changing trick that could save you thousands of dollars a year without sacrificing things you love. Are you ready? Let's do this. #. Why your money keeps disappearing. Let's start with a hard truth. Most of us don't control our money. Our money controls us. You get paid, you feel rich for a day, maybe two. Then, poof, it's gone. Bills, coffee runs, that impulse buy on Amazon, it all adds up. And by the end of the month, you're wondering, where did my money go? You're not alone. A 2024 Federal Reserve survey found that 27% of Americans, more than 1 in 4, can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. Think about that. A flat tire, a doctor's visit, or a broken phone could send a quarter of the population into a financial tailspin. Let me tell you about Tom. Tom's a software engineer in Texas, pulling in $120,000 a year, a salary most people would kill for. But 5 years after college, Tom was drowning in $110,000 of debt, credit cards, car loans, personal loans. It piled up fast. When I asked him how it happened, he said, I thought I was making good money so I could spend good money. But here's the brutal reality. Earning the bread. $10,000 a month doesn't help if you're spending $11,000. Tom fell into the trap so many of us do. Spending without a plan, living beyond his means, and ignoring the basics of financial discipline. Now, he's working 2 side gigs just to cover the interest on his debt. Exhausted, stressed, trapped? Do you want to end up like Tom? I know you don't, and that's why we're here today, to break that cycle. With these 5 simple rules, you'll learn how to take charge of your money, save more than you ever thought possible, and build a future where you're not just surviving, you're thriving. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's change your financial life together. #. Rule 1. Pay yourself first. If you take only one thing from this video, let it be this: pay yourself first. This is the golden rule of wealth building, championed by legends like Warren Buffett. He once said, don't save what's left after spending, spend what's left after saving. Those words hit me like a lightning bolt. Back when I was a college student, I worked part-time at a cafe. Every paycheck, I spend it all. New clothes, late night pizzas, you name it. I tell myself, I'll save next month. Guess what? Next month never came. My bank account was a ghost town. Then I discovered this rule, and everything changed. Paying yourself first means treating your savings like a non-negotiable bill. The moment your paycheck hits, you move a chunk of it, 10%, 20%, whatever you can, into savings or investments. Only then do you spend what's left. Here's how to make it happen. Automated work. Set up an automatic transfer to a savings account the day you get paid. No thinking, no excuses. When we start a small win, if 20% feels like too much, try 5%. Even $50 a month adds up. We seize a high-yield savings account. Banks like Ally or Marcus offer 4-5% interest. Way better than the 0.5% you get from traditional accounts. Waiting long-term. That $500 you save each month at 5%, interest could grow to $204,000 in 20 years. Thanks to the magic of compound interest. Let's meet Min, a 35-year-old is specialist earning $6,000 a month. Min set up an automatic transfer of $600, 10% of his income, into a high-yield savings account. 5 years later, with 4% interest, he had $40,000, enough for a down payment on a house. Min didn't give up his morning coffee or weekend outings. He just made saving his first priority. Why does this work? Because money you don't see, you don't spend. If it's sitting in your checking account, it's begging to be spent on takeout or that shiny new gadget. But if it's tucked away in savings, it's safe, growing, working for you. Here's a challenge. This week, set up an automatic transfer for just 5% of your income. It could be $20, $50, whatever you can manage. Do it now. Pause this video if you have to, because the sooner you start, the sooner your money starts building your future. What percentage are you committing to save? Drop it in the comments. I want to cheer you on. Rule 2. The 24-hour rule. Picture this. You're scrolling Instagram, and there it is. A pair of sneakers that scream, be cool. $150. One click, and they're yours. Your heart races. You need them, but do you? Here's a shocking stat. 90% of our purchases are impulse buys. Only 10% are things we actually need, according to Stanford University research. Platforms like Amazon, TikTok, and Instagram are designed to hijack your emotions, pushing you to buy before you think. That's where the 24-hour rule comes in. It's simple but insanely powerful. When you want to buy something non-essential, wait 24 hours. Kicker. 9 times out of 10, you want. Here's how to do it. We make a wish list. You jot down the item in your phone's notes app or a notebook. Ask 3 questions. Do I need this? Can I use something else instead? Will this help me reach my financial goals? Wait it out. Set a timer for 24 hours. For big purchases, say over $100, extend it to 72 hours or even 30 days. Check back if the urge is gone. You've just saved money. Meet Hung, a 28-year-old graphic designer, saw a pair of $160 Nike sneakers on Instagram and was close to buying them. But she applied the 24-hour rule. She wrote them down and waited. The next day, she realized she already had 5 pairs of sneakers. Over a year, this rule saved her $2,500. Enough to fund a professional course that boosted her salary by 15%. Why is this so effective? Because time is the enemy of impulse. Waiting gives your rational brain a chance to catch up with your emotions. Plus, when you do buy something after waiting, you'll feel good about it. No buyer's remorse. Try this. Next time you're tempted to buy something, hit pause, write it down, wait 24 hours, then come back and tell me in the comments how much you saved. I bet you'll be amazed. Rule 3. Budget every dollar. Ever wonder where your money goes? You're not alone. Most people don't fail financially because they don't earn enough. They fail because they don't know where their money is going. That's where zero-based budgeting comes in. It's a game changer. The idea is simple. Give every single dollar a job. Whether it's paying rent, buying groceries, or saving for your dream vacation, every cent has a purpose. Essentials, rent, utilities, food, 30% to wants, dining out, entertainment, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. We track your spending. Subway Google Sheet can help you see where your money goes. Check in weekly. Spend 10 minutes every Sunday reviewing your budget. Overspent on coffee. Cut back on dining out. Try the envelope system. If you prefer cash, divide your money into envelopes for each category. When the envelope's empty, you're done spending. Let's talk about John. John earns $70,000 a year as an office worker. But every month he was broke by the 25th. No savings, no plan. Just stress. Then he started budgeting with the 50-30-20 rule. With his $5,000 monthly income, he allocated $2,500 to essentials, $1,500 to wants, and $1,000 to savings and investments. 6 months later, he had $6,000 saved. For the first time, John felt in control. He said, budgeting is like turning on a light in a dark room. I finally see where my money's going. Why does this work? Because a budget gives you clarity and power. You're not guessing anymore. You know exactly what you can spend and what you can save. The American Accounting Association says people who budget save 15-20% more than those who don't. Plus, it kills that end-of-month panic. Here's a fun tip. Name your savings goals to make budgeting exciting. Call it your Paris vacation fund or dream house deposit. It's not just money. It's your future. What's the first thing you'll budget for? A vacation, a new car. Tell me in the comments. I'm curious. Rule 4. Attack bad debt. First, debt is a thief. It steals your money, your peace, and your future. Especially the bad debt, things like credit card balances or personal loans with sky-high interest rates. Did you know, if you owe $5,000 on a credit card with 24% interest, You're losing $1,200 a year just to interest. That's $1,200 you could have spent on a vacation, a course, or your retirement. But here's the good news. You can fight back, and you can fight back. Win. Here's how to crush bad debt. Use the avalanche method. We list your debts and tackle the one with the highest interest rate first. Pay minimums on the others to build momentum. Pay it off, then roll that payment into the next debt. We negotiate. We call your bank and ask for a lower interest rate. Many people succeed with this simple trick. Look for credit cards. Look for credit cards with 0% interest for 12-18 months to give yourself breathing room. Use savings from other rules. Money you save from the 24-hour rule or budgeting can go straight to debt repayment. Meet Mai, a 32-year-old nurse. She had 32-year-old nurse. Debts: $2,000 on a credit card at 22% interest, $5,000 on a personal loan at 12%, and $10,000 on a car loan at 6%. She chose the avalanche method, focusing on the credit card first. In 10 months, she wiped it out, saving $440 a year in interest. 2 years later, she was nearly debt-free. Mai said, paying off debt felt like shedding a heavy weight. I'm free now. Why is this so critical? Because debt keeps you chained to your past mistakes. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar you can't use to build your future. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says Americans spend $600 a year on credit card interest alone. Imagine what you could do with that money. Here's a challenge. List all your debts today. Pick one to attack first, highest interest or smallest balance. Then share your plan in the comments. I'll be rooting for you. Rule 5. Live below your mean. This is the rule that separates the wealthy from the wannabes. As the saying goes, live like a real millionaire, not like you're pretending to be one. Take Ronald Reed, a gas station attendant and janitor from Vermont. He lived simply, drove an old car, and wore modest clothes. When he passed away, people were stunned to learn he left behind $8 million. How? He saved consistently, invested in blue-chip stocks, and lived big way below his means. Living below your means doesn't mean being cheap. Acha, it means being smart. It means choosing freedom over flash. Here's how to do it. Why freeze? Your lifestyle means Roshan base. Save 80% of it. Spend only 20% out. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Don't upgrade your house, car, or wardrobe just because you can. Ultimately, wait. Focus on what matters. Only spend on experiences, travel, learning, time with loved ones, not status symbols. Which a minimalist challenge. Win. For 30 days, cut out all non-essential spending. See how much you save. Redefine success. Wealth isn't what you show off, it's what you keep. Let's meet Sarah, a schoolteacher in Minnesota, earning $45,000 a year. At 23, she started saving 25% of her income and living 20% below her means. She invested in low-cost index funds. By 39, she had $1 million assets and retired early. Living the FIRE lifestyle, financial independence, retire early. Sarah didn't skip vacations or dinners with friends. She just spent intentionally, prioritizing her future over fleeting pleasures. Why does this work? Because living below your means is the fastest way to build wealth. The Brookings Institution says people who avoid lifestyle inflation accumulate 3 times more wealth than those who don't. It's not about deprivation, it's about deprivation. Power. Power to say no to stress, to debt, to a life you don't love. Here's a question. What's one expense you could cut to live below your means? Maybe it's eating out less or canceling a subscription. Share it in the comments. I want to hear your plan. Real stories. Real wins. These rules aren't just theory. They've changed lives. Let me share a few more stories to inspire you. Micah, a waiter in Los Angeles, earned $15 an hour, about $28,000 a year. $300, $500 a month, and invested in ETFs using a strategy called dollar cost averaging. 10 years later, his portfolio was worth $350,000. Mike didn't live like a monk. He just followed the rules. Pay himself first. Budget every dollar. And live below his means. Lily Sa, a nurse, was buried under $15,000 in credit card debt. She used the avalanche method to attack her high-interest debt and built a $12,000 emergency fund. When her car broke down, costing $2,000, she paid it off without blinking. Lisa said, I used to lie awake worrying about money. Now I sleep like a baby. A single mom earning $35,000 a year was drowning in bills and debt. She started using the 24-hour rule to curb impulse buys, budgeted with the 50-30-20 rule, and saved 10% of her income. 5 years later, she was debt-free, had a $10,000 emergency fund, and launched an online store that now earns her $80,000 a year. Anna said, "I thought financial freedom was for rich people. Now I know it's for anyone who's willing to try. These aren't superheroes. They're regular people, like you and me. They just decided to take control, and you can too." Which story resonates with you? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to know. Hash the traps that steal your money. To master these 5 rules, you need to dodge the traps that trip up most people. Here are 5 big ones to watch out for. 1. Emotional spending. You feeling sad, stressed, lonely? Don't shop to feel better. Try a walk, a workout, or a call with a friend instead. 2. The illusion of wealth. Just because you can afford monthly payments doesn't mean you can afford the item. Interest and hidden fees can double the item cost. 3. Young appearances. Buying a fancy car or designer clothes to impress others is a one-way ticket to stress. Focus on your goals, not their opinions. 4. Without a safety net, one unexpected expense can push you into debt. Aim for 3-6 months of living expenses, starting with $1,000. 5. Change trends. It's a trap. Spend on what lasts, not what's hot for a week. Have you ever fallen into one of these traps? Be honest. Share your story in the comments. We're all learning here. The secret weapon. Save thousands without sacrificing joy as promised. Here's the secret weapon to save thousands a year while still enjoying life. It's called daily optimization. Small, clever tweaks to your everyday spending. Small, clever tweaks to your everyday spending that add up to massive savings. Ready? Grab a pen. One dual cook at home 4 nights a week. The average American household spends $1,500 a year on dining out. Cooking saves $800 annual, and it's fun. Check out YouTube for quick recipes. 2. Cancel unused subscriptions. Americans spend $800 a year on streaming, gym memberships, and apps they barely use. Audit your subscriptions and cut $400. Rakuten, Honey, or Ibotta for cashback and discounts. You could save 10-20% on every online purchase. 4. Repair. Don't replace. We will fix clothes, furniture, or electronics. Instead of buying new, U.S. public transit, in cities, ditching your car for buses or trains can save $1,000 a year on gas and maintenance. 6. Or more. 7. Tree and no spend month for 30 days. Spend only on essentials. People report saving $500, $1,000 with this challenge. Add these up and you could save $3,000, $4,000 a year. That's a new laptop, a dream vacation, or a year. Turbo boost to your savings. And you're not giving up fun, you're just spending smarter. Which of these will you try first? Tell me in the comments. I'm excited to hear. Your journey to freedom. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture your life 5 years from now. You follow these 5 rules. You've got a 6-month emergency fund, no debt, and investments growing steadily. You're not, and investments growing steadily. Stressed about bills. You're not chained to a job you hate. You're free to travel, start a business, or just spend more time with the people you love. This isn't a fantasy. It's what happens when you take control. I've seen thousands of people transform their lives with these rules. From paycheck to financial freedom. From debt to 6-figure savings. From stress to peace. And you can be next. You don't need a fancy degree or a 6-figure salary. You just need to start. Today, right now. What's holding you back? Fear? Doubt? The belief that you're not good with money. Let me tell you a secret. Nobody's born good with money. It's a skill, and skills can be learned. You're already taking the first step by watching this video. Keep going. Your action plan. Here's your roadmap to start your action plan. Here's your roadmap to start. Today, 1. Automate your savings. You open a high-yield savings account and set up a 5-10% automatic transfer. Do it before you finish this video. 2. Wait before you finish. A budget amendment and set up a 50-30-20 budget for this month. 3. Apply the 24-hour rule. Next time you want to buy something, wait 24 hours, write it down, and see if you still want it. 4. Attack your debt, list your debt. Pick one to focus on and start paying it down. Use your debts, the avalanche or snowball method. 5. Live below your means. Will you commit to saving 80% of any raise or bonus? Start small. Cut one unnecessary expense this week. These steps are simple, but they're powerful. They're the difference between a life of stress and a life of freedom. #. Let's connect. I want to hear from you. Which rule are you starting with? Paying yourself first? Budgeting every dollar? Maybe you've got a debt you're ready to crush. Drop your plan in the comments. I'm here to cheer you on. If this video sparks something in you, hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And subscribe with the bell icon so you never miss a video. We're building a community of people who are done with financial stress and ready for freedom. Will you join us? What topic do you want next? How to build an emergency fund? Investing for beginners? Or my eBay secrets to boost your income? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. #. Resources to skyrocket your success. Want to go deeper? Here are some tools and resources to fuel your journey. Ebooks to read. Gwendolyn, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley. It reveals how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth. Vicky Robin, Word Money or Your Life Fair by Vicky Robin. A step-by-step guide to financial independence. Rich Daddy, Kiyosaki, a mindset shift for money and investing. Frugal tools meant for tracking your spending. Personal capital for managing investments. EMB for budgeting like a pro. Online courses. Coursera's personal finance courses from top universities. Udemy's affordable classes on budgeting and investing. Khan Academy's free financial literacy lessons. #. The future is yours 10 years from now. Where will you be? Will you still be stressed, scraping by, chasing paychecks? Or will you be free, living life on your terms, with money in the bank and peace in your heart? The choice is yours, and it starts today with these 5 simple rules. You're not just saving money. You're building a legacy. You're creating freedom. You're rewriting your story. Thank you for sticking with me. You're incredible for investing in yourself. This isn't the end. It's the beginning. Keep watching this video whenever you need a boost. Share it with someone who needs it, and let's build that future together. Hit like, subscribe, comment. Tell me your first step. I'm rooting for you. Here's to a life with less stress, more savings, and endless possibilities. Stay smart, stay wealthy. I'll see you in the next video.